Hi everyone. The topic of this video is the illusion of free will and how to know if we are free. A soul lacks its full stature if it has not seriously inquired into the two possibilities, free will or necessity. Do we have free will? When we reach a certain place in our development, this question will become important. We have all heard about how we are not free because of hidden influences such as genetics, upbringing, culture, our situation, perception bias, unconscious activity, past experiences, reactive emotions, or just plain brainwashing. We regularly read about the latest scientific research that dismisses free will, or how a philosopher has located freedom in such a narrow band that it is hardly worth having. Even ancient spiritual traditions warn us about the illusion of freedom. Yet it seems to us that we are free to think and act as we please, at least some of the time. At some point in our development, we will want to know if our sense of freedom is real or an illusion. Are we merely programmed automatons playing a role and living a meaningless life? Or does our life have value to ourselves and others? Is freedom a mere illusion that arises because we do not see the threads of necessity on which our willing, like any other natural event, depends? Our action is always determined by a cause. Life is full of routines and habits that began long ago, as far back as childhood. The origin of the causes that determine much of our behavior is unknown to us. We consider our habits of thought and behavior our own and believe we freely carry it out. This illusion of freedom is why life can be so unsatisfying. Obviously, an action cannot be free if the doer carries it out without knowing why. But what are we to say of the freedom of an action when the reasons are known? This leads us to the question, what is the origin of our thoughts? The cause of human action is a thought or idea. This is what makes human action different. When we know the idea that caused us to act, we can then examine it and look for the origin of that idea. To do this, we select a completed action to review. We introspectively reflect on the action until we attain an intuitive insight into why we acted. There are two possibilities. The action is not free if we are blindly following an idea that originated from outside, such as from our family, the media, a leader, an ideology, or a social or religious institution. If somebody maintains the action of another is unfree, he must show within the perceptible world the thing or person or institution that caused the person to act. The other possibility is that the action was free. A free action originates within our ethical ideals. This is because our greatest pleasure is to realize our ideals in the world. When we review a free action, we will find the ethical principle that guided the action. A free individual will always be an ethical person in their own unique way. Only a free person can be moral. Ethical ideals are human intuitions, the driving forces that our individual spirit harnesses. We want them because their realization is our highest pleasure. Ethical individualism is a way of life. It is practiced throughout the day. Life is a challenge with many obstacles. It is necessary to regularly reach up into the ideal to be strengthened by fresh intuitive impulses to keep us going. We will strive for ethical ideals if our moral imagination is active enough to inspire us with intuitions that give our willing the strength to overcome all obstacles. Be strong, and thanks for watching. And remember to live and let live.